Hello and welcome back to my channel, where today we're going to look at the NUws' most well-known symbol, the five-pointed star, and the number 5. In part 1, I presented Nut as the cosmic law of motion, and mentioned her roles as the universal mother and the regulator of the sky clock. Yet as the fifth netta revealed in the myth, she also represents the number 5, which translates into sacred geometry as a five-pointed star and forms the symbol known as the Star of Nut. These stars often fill the hieroglyph used in her name, neatly laid out like Geb's atomic structures, or in geometric arrangements on the ceilings of temples and tombs. These are not decorative elements, but serve the symbolic functions of sacred art that remind us that the heavens are carefully created in harmony with cosmic law, and how these structures were also built in harmony with them. And note how the columns support the starry sky, just as Shu held Nut above Geb to separate the two. As the mother of all things, Nut's star looks like a stylized human figure whose arms reach out to welcome and unite us, and superimposing it over Leonardo's Vitruvian Man reveals that its center point is the navel, the remains of the umbilical cord that linked the mother to her child, and it's often painted red. But what does the star mean to you? Today we have film stars and pop stars. Ever wonder why? They shine and sparkle in the night sky. They attract our attention and they give off light. For the Egyptians, the star hieroglyph had several meanings and could be pronounced in quite different ways, like spa, used in words like timekeeper or astronomer, and the name of the netta Sopdet, who represents Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, whose appearance marked the beginning of the Nile flood. Or it can be pronounced dua, which means to teach, and the whole point of teaching is for people to learn things they didn't know before. And since stars give off light and illuminate, we can learn and expand our consciousness through them. Dua can also mean a door or portal, which allows light to pass through, and a door can be open or closed. Dua forms the nucleus of the word duat, the unseen realm that Ra sails through on his night bark, the T at the end making it the feminine form which holds and contains this teaching. And the hieroglyph for duat is the star contained in a circle, which cover the garment of this priest. Just like these golden stars that were sewn onto a leather garment found in the tomb of Tutankhamun. Connecting these multiple meanings with the duat, where knowledge and wisdom can be gained through learning, the stars become a doorway that allow us to enter and learn the hidden teaching contained within Nut's body. Often shown completely bent over with her fingers and toes touching the earth to remind us her principal function as the cosmic law of animation, Nut's direct contact with the earth, or Geb, completes the circuit of electromagnetic energy that he generates. Her hands and feet mark the 4 cardinal points on the earthly plane, 4 being the number of Geb, north to south being the polar axis, while east to west marks the solar path of Ra's daily journey. Yet by raising her head above them like the sky, Nut becomes the fifth central point that rules over them and forms the apex of a three-dimensional pyramid. In their rigorous canon of proportions, all two-dimensional images had to be shown in strict profile with very few exceptions, Nut being one of them. So she can be shown frontally and she can also be shown naked, which is extremely rare among the netters. Here she's carved on the underside of a sarcophagus lid, reaching over the body of King Merenptah to equate him with Geb and his endless supply of earth energy. Nut also reminds us that our hands and feet have 5 fingers and toes, which together add up to 10, the magical number of Horus that goes beyond the single-digit revelation. Now you might be wondering why I'm going on about numbers in this series, but in the Iunu myth, the only 9 numbers in existence are revealed together with 9 netters in a specific and unchangeable order, and each one of them has its own magical powers and vibrates at its own unique frequency. And those of you who are into numerology know far more about this than me, but today we're focusing on the netter Nut and the number 5. The number 5 brings action, and with its central position in the sequence of numbers, it marks a pivotal point where things can change. And following on from the fixed square of Geb, Nut's star resembles the spokes of a wheel, the wheel that sets the whole cosmos in motion. Plus it's open to growth and expansion, spreading out like the light from the stars. But the real change will become much clearer when we get to Nut's children, the next 4 cosmic laws that govern so much of our lives and we're in touch with on a daily basis. Now, since the cosmic laws manifest here on Earth as nature, let's take a minute to look at some of the ways in which the number 5 manifests there. We perceive the world largely through our 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, all operating through organs located in the head, except touch, which can be felt throughout the body. And Nut's sensuality is reflected in her fluid postures and her connection to motherhood. And of the 5 elements, air, fire, earth, water, and ether, Nut has close affinities with water, the wave or energy symbol often covering her dress to further emphasize her flowing nature. The new kingdom brought a renewed interest in astronomy, where the connections between netter and number are clearly revealed on the ceilings of 18th and 19th dynasty tombs. Astronomy involves the precise mapping of all celestial movements through space and time. And remember that Nut represents measured time, as opposed to the infinite time of her mother Tefnut. The first known clepsydra or water clock dates from the reign of Amenhotep III. So again, time is being measured by the sky clock of Nut and the flow of water. In the tomb of Tauzert, we see a personification of this same water clock, which is called the one who hides the hours. And we get to see further details of just what is going on inside the bowl, where 6 figures on either side project fire towards the central figure. Another wealth of astronomical information is preserved in the temple of Dendera, built more than 1,000 years later during the Ptolemaic period, shortly before a divine child was born under a brilliant star in the night sky. And the relationship between the maternal aspects of Nut, Hathor, and Isis are greatly emphasized there. Once again, we just touched on a few of the properties and symbols of the Netta Nut. So click the like and subscribe buttons to stay tuned and learn more, because in episode 3, we'll look at how she manifests within our own body and psyche. And when you enjoyed today's video, please share it with your friends, and you can also support the channel by clicking on the link below to buy me a coffee. As ever, thanks for watching and returning to the cosmic laws that truly govern us.